Hi, it's Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library. So are you ready for some stories? Bernard and I are. So get yourself settled down, get comfy and cozy, and let's find our first book. The first one is called Bike and Trike. I've seen with this nice weather that we've been having a lot of people out riding their bikes, whether it be a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler. This is a book by Elizabeth Verdick and Brian Biggs, and it's published by Paula Wiseman Books, which is a division of Simon & Schuster. And I should let you know, I'm pretty sure, this is a brand new book at the library, first time that it's being shared. Trike is a rusty little fellow, a trusty little fellow, on 3 worn-down wheels. He sits parked in the dusty dark. Now that Lulu has outgrown me, he says, I sure am lonely. Through the years, he and Lulu had been braved. They had braved summer bees and skinned knees, a wet seat, the big street. And the time when Tiny True said, uh-oh, no go. She was too big for the trike. One day the garage door opens, vroom, and in rolls a happy young fellow, a snappy young fellow with 4 spiffed up wheels, front, back, and some trainers. Hi, I'm Bike, said the new guy, his streamers waving. Oh, I'm Trike, said Trike, and he thinks of his own scratches and patches. Beep, toots Bike. I'm a secret surprise. Lulu's birthday, thinks Trike. The bike is for her. Bike blasts past. It's my woo first time. Whoops! Out of the store. Look out, says Trike. Bike pops a wheelie. Thump. Bike, says Trike. Soon you'll meet your rider. Lulu is the nicest. Watch this trick, says Bike, riding through the hula hoop. Zazoom. Safety first, says Trike. Aw, back off, old timer, says Bike. I got a need for speed. You know, it's crowded in here, says Bike. Let's open the door. So Ball pushes the button. Bounce. Vroom, goes the door. Bike rolls outside. Ooh, that path looks fun. Let's race, Trike. Alone, thinks Trike. Without riders? First one to the woods is a winner on wheels, says Bike. Trike knows each turn and twist in that path. Bike doesn't. I'll be the champ, yells Bike. If I win, says Trike, you have to promise to let Lulu ride at her own pace. Bike nods. Okie dokie pokey. Jump rope forms the starting line. The pom-poms cheer. Whistle blows. Go, go, go. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Trike's wheels squeak. His metal parts creak. Bike blows by. Pedal, 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 pedal. Trike pushes harder. Pedal, pedal, pedal. You can do this, Trike tells himself, for Lulu and the way the two of us flew. Trike catches up to Bike. And from his handlebars to his wheels, Trike feels a ping and a zing, zing. His bell goes ring, 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 the way it did when Lulu was in the driver's seat. Oops! Trike's and Bike's back wheels go bump. Ouch! Bike shouts. Trike stops to help. Are you okay, Bike? Bike suddenly takes off the wrong way. I'm going four-wheeling, calls Bike as he heads off the road. A shortcut. Dip, dash, Bike's gone in a flash. The cliff! Trike gasps. Bike doesn't know how steep it is. Trike has to head Bike off at the pass. Trip. Trike, zip, zip, zips calling. Bike, hit the brakes. The grass is slick. Trike loses his grip. He tips. Oh, crash. Do you see that? C-R-A-S-H. Oh dear. Whew, that was close. Just missed the cliff, says Trike. I guess we both went too fast, huh? Yes, says Bike. I'm sorry for showing off. I guess I have a lot to learn. I can teach you, says Trike. Bike leans over, streamers dangling. Here, take my handlebar, Trike. I'll help you up. Trike chuckles. At least one part of me is new. Which part? Asked Bike. This dent. Bike says, I like you, Trike. Thanks, friend. So Bike and Trike ride side by side. One big, one small. Two winners on wheels. And the next day, a birthday, Lulu and True. Hop on. Beep a beep, ring a ding. And off they go. When it's nice weather, I hope you go out on your bike and get some exercise and some fun and maybe see some things. Bike and Trike. All right, shall we do a finger play? I was talking to a friend of mine a little earlier, and he said that he liked one that he hadn't heard me do before, but I think a lot of you who come to bedtime stories or pajama story times during the summer would have heard this one, but it's about the Duke of York. So can you put up your 10 fingers? I'll scooch over here so I'm a little more in the center. And those 10 fingers are going to be 10,000 soldiers. So put them right down first. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, stretch your arms way up, and he marched them down again. For when they were up, and when they were down, and when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Very good. Now, I like to do it more than once, and I'd like the next one to be, well, a little bit faster. Do you think you can keep up? Let's give it a try. You got your men right down in front of you? And if you want, you can stand up and sit down when we stretch up. I'm going to stay in frame again, as I said. The grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. For when they were up, and when they were down, and when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Very good. All right. I think we ought to do it one more time, as fast as I can sing it. And also, I always like on the third time through to throw in a tricky part that we haven't done before. So listen up so you don't get lost along the way. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. The grand old Duke of York had 10,000 men. He marched them up top of the hill, he marched them down again. He marched them to the left, he marched them to the right, he marched them over upside down. Oh, what a funny sight. For when you're up, and when you're down, and when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. All right, let's get another story. And this one is about some pirates. This is called The Best Pirate. It's written by Sue Mongredien and illustrated by Dan Taylor. And I have a feeling it's Barrons Publishers. And I think that's the best pirate. Well, we'll find out. Well, Pirate Dave was big and brave. Pirate Nell was clever. Pirate Giles could swim for miles in any kind of weather. But Pirate Paul, well, he was small. He was hardly a proper pirate at all, or so the other pirates thought. Now on Monday morning, day was dawning. Dave raised the pirate flag. A treasure hunting we shall go for gold and jewels and loot. Nell checked the map while Giles looked out. The sky was bright and blue. Pirate Paul jumped up and down and asked, "What shall I do?" I could swat the deck, or patch the sails, or make the porthole shiny. I could climb the rigging to watch for whales. But Dave scoffed, you're too tiny. Poor Pirate Paul was just so teeny. There was no work for one so weeny. Or so the pirates thought. Well, on they sailed through sun then hail as Nell steered north-northeast. Dave caught flounders and crayfish and crabs for a midday pirate feast. Down in the kitchen, Giles got mixing. "I'll help," Paul cried keenly. "I could make a sauce or wash up, of course." But his shipmates snickered meanly. "You're just a baby, Pirate Paul, and far too small to help at all." That's what they thought. Well, after a while, Dave gave a smile. "Arrgh, it's land ahead. Treasure's near," the pirates cheered. "We'll soon be rich," Nell said. So down went the anchor, and up went the sails, and the ship slid into shore. Armed with rope and a telescope, they set off to explore. But Pirate Paul was just too teeny. There was no use for one so weeny. And that's what the pirates thought. Well, Nell checked her map. X marks the spot. This is the way to go. 10 paces north, and then 20 east. And then we need to, whoa! Well, back on the ship, Paul patched the sails and made the portholes shine. After a while, he scratched his head. They're taking a very long time. Well, down in the pit, the others were stuck. A spider made brave Dave yell, and try as they might, they couldn't climb out. "I hear something coming," hissed Nell. Do you want to see what it is? Roar! A terrifying tiger sprang into view. Pirates for dinner. Yummy, Well, less brave Dave shivered. Nell quaked and quivered, and Giles whimpered, "I want my mommy." But out on the ship, Paul heard a great roar, and then the poor pirate's scared calls. "Fear not," he cried as he leaped to his feet, "because here comes a cannonball!" Boom! Eee! Cannonball Paul shot into the scene. The tiger galloped away. The pirates cheered as Paul hauled them out, and everyone shouted, "Hooray!" thank you. Oh, thank you, sighed Dave, Giles, and Nell. Then Pa pointed, X marks the spot. So they dug up the gold and the sparkling jewels. There really were quite a lot. Well, later that evening, back on the ship, as the sun slowly sank in the west, everyone cheered for their new captain, Paul, the smallest, the bravest, the best. There's their treasure map. That's where they parked their boat. They missed the giant grumpy squid. I don't remember the mermaid caves. Thank goodness they didn't get into the scary quicksand or the man-eating plants, but they did fall into that unexpected pit. Good thing Paul was there because he was the best pirate. All right, shall we get another finger play? Let's see how we're doing time-wise. I think we ought to find a treasure in our pockets. Can you reach in your pocket? And remember, if you don't have a pocket in what you're wearing, just pretend, because we're looking for a pretend piece of bubble gum. Take that bubble gum, unwrap it, toss the wrapper in the trash, down on the floor, and then pop it in your mouth. Chew it up until it's really soft and squishy, and then we'll do something disgusting with it. Are you ready? Here we go. Do you think it's ready? I do. Put your hand out. 1, 2, 3. Spit your gum and only your gum right into your hand. 1, 2, 3. And clap your other hand on top so now your hands are stuck together with, ooh, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your chin. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your arm. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on Mom or Dad. I'll wait. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your toe. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. It's time to throw it in the trash. Well, let's have the story that Bearnard picked out. This is called Moondance. I don't know, did any of you see the pretty pink moon that was up in the sky over the weekend? It was very impressive. This is a story by Frank Asch. He writes the stories about bear and draws the pictures. And this is published by Scholastic. And before we get to the pages where the words are, you can see that it's nighttime sky. And here comes the moon going up, 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 and it's being reflected down into the water. One night, Bear and Little Bird were sitting outside, looking at the moon. "You know what I wish," said Bear. "I wish I could dance with the moon." "Well, maybe she'd like to dance with you too," chirped Little Bird. "Silly bird," chuckled Bear. "The moon is so special, she wouldn't want to dance with me." Just then, a cloud drifted in from front of the moon. "What about the clouds?" asked Little Bird. "Would they dance with you?" Maybe," said Bear. "Why don't you ask them then?" suggested Little Bird. "Okay," said Bear, and he called to the clouds. "Clouds, would you come down and dance with me?" But the clouds stayed up in the sky. "You see," said Bear, "even the clouds won't come down to dance with me." Well, Bear and Little Bird watched the sky until bedtime, and then they said goodnight and went to sleep. Bear in his bed, and Little Bird has his bed in a drawer. In the morning, Bear looked out his window and saw fog. He had never seen fog before. "Oh my," he cried, "the clouds came down to dance with me." Bear was so excited he ran outside and began to dance with the clouds. He danced and danced and danced, and as the day grew warmer, the fog began to lift. And when the fog was all gone, Bear felt sad. "Do you think I could have stepped on their toes or something?" he asked Little Bird. "Silly Bear," replied Little Bird. "The clouds probably had some work to do high up in the sky, that's all." "What kind of work does a cloud do?" asked Bear. "Well, clouds make rain," answered Little Bird. And suddenly, Bear had an idea. "Clouds," he called up to the sky, "could you make some rain for me to dance with?" Bear heard no answer, not even a rumble of thunder. "Oh, well," he sighed, "I have my own work to do." And Bear forgot all about the clouds. He went inside and picked up his toys, washed the dishes, and polished all the silverware. And when Bear finished, well, he looked out his window, and he saw raindrops falling from the sky. "Oh, goody!" cried Bear, and he ran outside and he began to dance with the rain. He danced, and he danced, and he danced, and after a while, the rain stopped. This time, Bear was not sad. The rain got hungry and went home to eat supper, that's all, he said. Bear was hungry too, so after eating his supper, Bear went outside to wait for the moon to rise. And for a long time, Bear gazed at the moon. "She's so special," he said, "and I'm just an ordinary bear." And then Bear remembered how special it made him feel to dance with the clouds and with the rain. "Oh, moon," he called up to the sky, "will you please come down and dance with me?" Well, the moon made no reply, but when Bear looked down, he saw the moon's reflection in a puddle. "Look, Little Bird," he cried, "the moon came down to dance with me." And Bear was so happy, he jumped into the puddle and began to dance with the moon. He danced, and he danced, and he danced. It was a moon dance. Well, I think we ought to wiggle our fingers. Can you do that? And can you wiggle your toes? Can you wiggle your shoulders? And don't forget your nose. Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and stretch your arms up And then get ready, please, because it's time for the flannel board. I've just noticed one of my pieces fell on the floor, so let me get it and the board, and we'll be ready. So let's get started here. Let's get this board straight for you. I think I'll put it right up here. Well, one day, Grandpa, that's who had fallen on the floor, gave Amos a seed. Take it home, said Grandpa. Plant it in your garden where the sun shines brightly. Water it every day, and one day you will see, well, 100 seeds. What kind of seed is this? Asked Amos. You'll see, said Grandpa. So Amos called it his magic seed. He planted it in the ground, whoop, just like that, and watered it, just like Grandpa had told him to. And he waited, just like he had to. Now Amos couldn't see it, but down below the ground, there were roots growing. And one day, Amos saw a tiny green sprout. Well, every day Amos watered his plant, and every day it grew. The stem grew taller and taller, and soon some heart-shaped leaves appeared. 1 and 2. Amos kept watering his plant, and it kept growing. It grew taller than Amos, and soon a flower with some yellow petals appeared right at the top of Amos's plant. Now in the morning, that flower turned toward the sun, and as the sun moved across the sky, in the evening, the flower was facing the other way. Now I have a magic flower, said Amos. So for many months, Amos's plant stood tall and beautiful in his garden. And then the flower drooped, and the petals started to fall off. Amos was feeling very sad when his grandpa came to visit. My magic seed plant has died, said Amos. And Amos was feeling so sad, but Grandpa said, let's take a look. So they looked inside, and Grandpa said, do you see all the seeds? You grew a sunflower, and now it's gone to seed. You can take all of those seeds and roast them and eat them, and the birds like them too. There are hundreds of seeds, laughed Amos. I will roast some to eat and give some to the birds and save just one, because next year I will plant my seed and grow another sunflower. It really was a magic seed, Grandpa. Thank you. And we're almost getting to the season where you can start planting some seeds outside, and maybe you can grow a beautiful, beautiful sunflower. All right, well, let's finish up with one of our Sandra Boynton books, and we're going to be reading Pajama Time tonight. Well, the moon is up. It's getting late. Let's get ready to celebrate. It's pajama time. Are you in your jammies yet? I am. Pull on the bottoms. Put on the tops. Get yourself set to pajama dee-bop because it's pajama time. Now some are old. Look at that hole. And some are new. Some are red. Oh, that's Bernard. And some are blue. Some are fuzzy. Some are not. But we can all pajama in whatever we've got. It's pajama time. Oh yes, it's pajama time. Now, some are pink, and some are green, and some are the ugliest I've ever seen. They might be stripy or polka dot, but we can all pajama in whatever we've got. It's pajama time. So pajama to the left and pajama to the right. Jamma, 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 PJ. Everybody's wearing them for dancing tonight. Jamma, 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 PJ. Now all around the room in one big line, wearing our pajamas and looking so fine. It's pajama time. So then hop into bed. Turn out the light. You can have a party in your dreams tonight. It's pajama time. Hush, hush, it's pajama time. Hush, hush, it's pajama time. Shh. Good night. Sleep tight. It's pajama time. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for Pajama Time or Bedtime Stories here at Wood Library. Join us again next week when Bernard and I will be back with some more stories, some more fun on the flannel board, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.